Yair Rodriguez and Diego Lopes just had a heated confrontation at the UFC 314 press conference. We're going to talk about where the beef originated from and also maybe a couple things not everyone knows where I think a lot of the jealousy stems from on Yair's behalf. All right, let's get started. First thing I'm going to show you is the clip of the press conference, the question that started it all, and everything that unfolded.
En la noche de mañana, ¿exista la posibilidad de que se enfrenten por el título en Guadalajara en septiembre?
Diego, after
Already, Diego Lopes is not even waiting for the translator. He just wants to immediately insult Yair Rodriguez by asking his losing streak. I love that. The question that the reporter asked was about fighting Yair Rodriguez on the Guadalajara card in September, I believe. And obviously, Yair wants to do that. We'll continue.
You're sharing, you're sharing this car with Yair, and yesterday he said some things, not much kind of words for you during the press conference, but right now, given you win this, he wins this fight, do we see you guys in Guadalajara in September?
¿Cuántas derrotas tiene Yair seguida?
How many losses does he have in a row?
¿Cuántas derrotas tiene consecutivas? No sé, que la responda Yair. No, dime tú.
You have it. How many losses in a row does he have?
Suficiente. Yair, ¿qué te parecen esas expresiones? Culón.
All right, so culón, I don't know any Spanish, but apparently culón means pussy, I'm pretty sure. So Yair just called Diego Lopes a pussy, essentially. All right, let's continue.
Oh.
Culón.
Oh.
Dímelo. Culón.
Yo,
¿Eres
what's-
culón? ¿Sabes por qué
Oh.
eres culón? No le pegaron a Diego entre tú y tu equipo.
Say it to my face.
No le pegaron a Diego entre... No le pegaron a Marco entre tú y tu equipo. Escucha. Le pegaron a Marco entre tú y tu equipo, ¿sí o no? Esperando el momento correcto he estado para decirte esto en tu pinche cara, loco.
Oh, we were
Tú me lo vas a pagar a mí por Marcos, güey.
And you guys
Y si me esperas la verga, güey.
find me. Tell me, you want to fight me?
No te
What's going on?
mi equipo. No te de mi equipo y te estarás a tu frecuencia con confusión.
Don't talk about
All right, so they brought up each other's teams as well as other things. Yair Rodriguez is accusing Diego Lopes and his team of bullying one of Yair's friends, one of his former teammates who trained with him in Chicago. What I love most about this is Michael Chandler and Alexander Volkanovski. I feel like they represented a lot of us gringos who had no idea what was being said, but were very entertained by what was happening, but had no idea what was being said. Because, just to add on, the translator's doing a terrible job. He's barely translating any of the trash talk, and he's only translating a couple words every now and then, after several sentences are already said.
about my team, man. Don't talk about my team. Don't talk about my team.
This is for Bryce. Bryce, after the fight, would you be open to saying a prayer with Mr. Silva?
I'm always open to saying a prayer with anybody.
Tú amenazaste a una chica y lo va a pagar.
Estás pendejo, güey.
Listen.
Mi equipo no,
Sí, no,
no
estás
calles
pendejo.
mi equipo.
Al pendejo que estás sentado enfrente de mí, que no sabe ni lo que habla, ese güey le dije.
Todo el mundo
Que
lo
si
sabe.
no, pregúntale a tu
Todo el
amiga.
mundo sabe. Mi equipo está aquí y
Qué
él
bueno,
sabe.
pues qué bueno que están
My
aquí. porque
team
también
is here.
ellos
They know what you
necesitan.
did. My
Mucho
team is
cuidado
here.
con
They
lo
know
que
what you
dices,
did.
Mucho cuidado, mucho cuidado. No se
Mucho
olvida
cuidado
cuando
tú.
amenazaste a mi compañero
cuidado
de equipo.
Watch out, bro. Watch out.
Cuando escucha, una mujer no se amenaza.
Y estás pendejo.
with the threats.
No tuerzas las palabras, no tuerzas las palabras. Y tampoco se le pegan entre 10 a una
Son hechos
persona.
reales, son hechos
Tampoco se le
reales.
pegan entre 10 a una persona.
Stop with the threats,
Tú
bro.
lo
It's
hiciste
gonna
con
be
tu
real.
equipo, Marcos. Who's got the next question?
Just over here, John.
All right, and John Anik does a good job at moving on from that. He's very good at that. All right, so who is Marco Beltran, who Yair Rodriguez brought up the name Marco. Marco Beltran is a former teammate of Yair. We see in this picture here, they train. Yair cornered Marco in a couple of his UFC fights. His last UFC fight was in 2017. But most notably in 2019 at Lux, a regional fight promotion in Mexico, Marco lost to Diego Lopes submission round one via knee bar. So although I do think this plays a part in the obviously this plays a part in the beef because it was brought up. However, I think there's a lot not being said about where a lot of Yair's jealousy stems from, and it's much more than just his teammate losing to Diego back in 2019. Diego Lopes was very young here, as we see, he's 24, and Marco Beltran was 33. Obviously, Marco had more experience here, so maybe it is embarrassing to lose to someone so young when you have more experience than them. But as I wanted to show here, I don't think that all the jealousy completely comes from this. Although I do think a lot of the jealousy does come from the fact that Yair is jealous that Diego Lopes is going to become a superstar in both Mexico and Brazil. I think Yair really envies that because for the longest time, Yair was the featherweight Mexican superstar of the featherweight division. And now Diego Lopes has taken that mantle. And it's been in the last couple of years, especially in 2024. Yeah, so I think this is much more than just, Yair's gym, Latinos living within America, upset with Diego Lopez's gym, Latinos living within Mexico. I think it's much more than that because both of them were romantically involved with Alexa Grasso. At least Diego Lopes probably still is, but Alexa Grasso was romantically involved with Yair Rodriguez in the past. It isn't confirmed if Alexa Grasso and Diego Lopes are dating, but under one of their posts there was a comment that said, "Are they smashing?" or "They're definitely smashing," and Diego Lopes liked that comment. So I'll let that speak for itself. Yeah, so all I thought about when watching this press conference is it really sucks that these two guys are not the ones fighting because this would make the fight week so much more better. Unfortunately, we're going to have to see Diego Lopes hopefully not knock out Alexander Volkanovski. I'm rooting for Volkanovski, so hopefully Diego Lopes loses. I'm really hoping he loses now because now we can make the Diego Lopes Yair Rodriguez fight if Diego loses. Because if Yair wins or loses, we can still make the fight with Diego. But if Diego wins, then the fight shouldn't happen because Yair does not deserve an immediate title shot off of a win on Patricio Pitbull. He just doesn't deserve that. Anyway, please like and subscribe. I hope you enjoy my videos. I hope to post daily. Thank you.